Coach, we talked about it on Monday. One of the differences in this ball game was going to be pass protection, and they had 5 sacks, but it seemed like they all kind of came at big moments. What did you see there?
Yeah, I mean, the sacks, and then there was other times where there was just pressure, and it affected Blade. They did a really good job. We've got to play better. We got to play smarter. Obviously, we lost Albert, which was, man, that was a killer. But that's going to be a huge piece of this thing moving forward. We got guys that are good enough to do it, and we got to be able to go do it and protect against the D-lines that we're about to face.
It was a very physical ball game on both sides, but Brennan didn't come back for a while, and Isaac didn't come back for a while. I mean, how would you kind of assess where you are health-wise?
Yeah, but I don't know. I know not having those guys obviously is a huge deal for us, but we'll be able to get them checked out through this evening, tomorrow, and see where we're at.
Yeah, just turnovers created some pretty wild swings in this one. Just how much of an impact do you think it had on both sides?
We gave them 14 points. So the game is completely different. We're 1st and 10, right at midfield after the fake punt, probably 13 and a half minutes left, something like that, and have an issue up front. We're going to be 1st and 10 at the plus 38-yard line. We're up 24-20, and then it's 27-24. It's the difference in the ball game.
What did you see in that overtime period when you guys were on offense? You got 1st and goal at the 5 on those plays.
Yeah, wanted to find ways to be able to go run the football on 1st and 2nd down with a couple of different things that we had liked inside the plan. Didn't get enough, and then ended up 3rd and 3 right there, and Blake tries to go ahead and run in with his feet and ends up slipping, and then we end up 4th and 4 right there on the right hash, and not able to go make the play.
Along those lines, Coach, you obviously ran the ball well for most of the game. Was it something they were doing late in the game to try to take that away from you?
No, we were big little more than I wanted to be in the run game. When it was good, it was really, really good. And then when it wasn't, we had a lot of 0 negative runs, which has not really been us, but that was the issue with the run game. The run game was really great 90% of the time, but when it wasn't good, man, it was bad.
Coach, you've said since you got here you don't believe in moral victories, and I'm sure not fixing to ask you about one, but how could you kind of describe the post-game locker room after this one?
Yeah, crushed, disappointed. Everybody inside our walls and the entire week knew that we were going to have the opportunity to go win this game. And we weren't able to make the plays. They did make the plays to win it, and that is this league. And I think our guys understand that. The message is, man, hold on to the hurt and understand, like, these moments, this is what we're fighting to stay away from. And every single day, every single week, having the opportunity to just get a little bit better so that next Saturday when we go on the road and play at night in Kyle Field, man, it's the best we've been all year long.
I know it was a big emphasis last year going into this year for Seydoux, being able to be more physical and block well. I know it's probably something you got to watch more on film, but last 2 games, he's probably been one of your best blockers. What have you seen from him in that aspect?
Yeah, Zico's strained and played really hard. That's something that he's worked at a ton, and he's done a really good job for us. We're going to need him to continue to play well as we move forward.
How do you just feel like the defense as a whole kind of held up overall in this game, this first SEC matchup?
I thought we had some incredible moments. Probably the most frustrating drive was obviously when we have the 2 penalties, the late hit, and then the roughing on the QB. They end up scoring a touchdown on that drive. We were in good situations. That was 30 yards. And outside of that drive, and then the first play of overtime, and defensively, I thought we played really, really well. We had great energy, made a ton of plays, had the turnovers. Just frustrating that we spot these guys 14 points. It can't happen against really good football teams.
So possession there in the second quarter, you got the ball and have kind of run it down their throats. I think you found something off the edges there. And you get in the 1st and 10 situation plus territory, then you give up the sack makes it 2nd and 12, and then big sack on 3rd down. Maybe Did you consider, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like just kind of continuing to run the football there, or do you think
No,
taking a shot was
we
important?
were 4-down zone all the way, so having the ability to take a shot and be able to go throw it down the field. We're in 7-man protection on 1st and 10. We're in 4-down zone, and that's the best time to have the ability to go be the aggressor. And unfortunately, we have an issue at tackle and give up a huge sack and put us into a really bad situation.
Overall, what'd you think of Blake's performance today?
And I thought he played really, really tough. The interception was very unfortunate. Again, it's me, but had an issue with a bust on that 3rd down, and then he's doing exactly what he's been coached to do on the fumble, scoop, score, right there at the beginning of the 4th quarter. So I thought he played incredibly tough. We weren't able to get behind these guys because structurally what they were doing, we had a couple opportunities for some huge chunks and didn't make those plays, and that's part of this game too.